Hello, it's White Dove eStore again. Today we're going to go over this Marshall Mkii 50 watt lead amp. Basically what I do is I'm going to use this halogen light, show all the defects. I have it on the floor. I'm going to take this back out. I have the screws already loosened up so we can take this this back off. I'll kind of tell you a little bit about this amp. So for the most part, this amp has been heavily modded. From what I could tell, I actually bought this amp from somebody else and the mods were done on it. So what basically happened is they put a master volume in it, and then from what I can tell, it's running 6550 tubes. So, but what we're going to do is I'm opening this back up just so I can show you the tubes. I just replaced the tubes. It has absolutely brand new tubes in it. Preamp tubes, everything. I'm going to, let me set this up here. I'm going to include the old ones. They're not bad. I just replaced them because I wanted to see if I could get a different sound out of this amp. It has a real, if you like this, let me show you these power tubes real quick. 6550 EHs, and then these, let me show you these preamp tubes too. These are all brand new as well. So if you like a nice distorted sound, this amp is for you. And that's what we're going to do. As soon as I finish going over the entire amp, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to set it all up so that we can play it. I wanted to open the back of the cabinet up just so you can see everything that's going on. And then I can read this number, 6107F is the serial number for it, Mkii. It has 1974 written back here on the sticker. And as you can see, again, it's been modded. The output's been removed here, the main. The fuses are still there. Please look at the photos because I can see this transformer here too. It says replace with, well, you can't see it for here. I took photos. Replace only with 6550 tube, power amp tube. So that's the back. Let me go over, what I want to do is go over the condition of the amp with this light. I really like doing this. I know it's a tedious process. I'm probably shaking the camera around a lot, but I want you to see exactly what you're getting because that's what I would want for myself. So let's just go over that. There is damage to the Tolex. You'll see, like, I guess we can start with the top. I'm just going to move this over. And the corner pieces have been removed. I don't know why they removed them, but they did. And so you can see the Tolex is kind of rubbed through here. Here on this end. Maybe I've got too much light now. So just trying to get you a good view. So they removed it, and then there's some damage here on the Tolex. You see the Tolex is torn away. Here's the top, and I don't know if I'm doing more harm. Maybe just use a little bit of light instead of full on. So you can see that the Tolex here is just ripped a little bit. And here, so I mean, it's an old vintage amp, but again, it's been heavily modded from what I can tell. Let me just show you the front. Here's the master volume that was put into it. Here on the left. And I have a bunch of photos in there so you can see everything that was done to it. Let me just see. I want to make sure I can lean this back without hurting this amp so that we can go over the bottom of the amp and also the face. So here's the face of the amp too. I don't know if I can lean this down. Here we go. Just need a little bit of this light. So you can see it's does have some damage to it. And when we plug it in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this camera up on a tripod, and then we're going to go over, I'm going to turn it all the knobs and everything so you can hear the pots. That way you don't you don't have to believe what I'm telling you. You actually know because you can hear it on the recording. So this is the face of the amp. This has a real, again, it has a real heavy distorted sound to it. If that's what you like, with especially with those 6550 tubes, power tubes. So this is the bottom, and I wanted to show you this. I put these in. I got tired of seeing the old ones in there that were all rusty, and they were kind of stripped a little bit. Or maybe not stripped is the best word, but they were gnawed up a little bit. And so I put brand new OEM chassis screws in the bottom. So this is the bottom, and I'm just trying to just go over it slowly so that you can see everything about this amp. Again, you can see the metal pieces are gone. I didn't take those off. They were missing when I acquired the amp. Okay, so that's the top. I showed you the front. I have the back off of it. I'm gonna put the back on it when I put this on pause. This is the left side. Here. I'm not sure how much it would cost to replace those metal corner pieces, but it's probably not that much. You could probably find a place right here on eBay that has them. So, and there we go. We can see the back of the chassis within the cabinet itself. Use a light a little bit. So this is the very back. Now I guess we can go to the left side. And I'm going to go to this side here, which is the last side, to show you before we pause this, and then I'm going to plug it up and play it so that you can hear it. Okay, so I think I showed you everything in the amp. I hope I didn't go too quick. If I did, maybe if you could just possibly pause it, rewind it back, go over it a little bit more. I try to get the highest quality camera right now to be able to record. Okay, so I'm gonna pause you just for a second. Okay, here we are again. See if I can just zoom this in just a little bit for you. I'm gonna tilt this down and zoom it in a little more. We're gonna start from this side, and what we're gonna do, we're just gonna check the presence, the bass. Maybe I can zoom out just a little bit so you can check. Okay, so here we go. So this is I'm playing through a 4x12 Marshall cabinet. I think it's an 8412 is the model number. Not that it's important to anything, but, well, don't let some people hear me say that. But okay, so this is what. Let me see if I can readjust this light a little bit so that you can. Alright, so I'm going to stand over here. So, as you can tell, this is the master volume. Right here. It's not all the way up. I have it also in a volume. Maybe I should do. Let me take this volume swell off. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. This is the volume 1. Because I'm in the first set of, you got 1 and 2 here, so I'm in the first set. And the more I go here, the more distorted it's going to get. Okay, so gonna go with the presents. I'm gonna turn. I've got all these down. I should have readjusted these. This is the presents. It's a little hard to hear with the distortion. That's all the way up. Present. Okay, I'm gonna turn that all the way off. The bass. Turn that all the way off. This is the mids. I'm glad that I'm doing this. This one sounds a little scratchy to me. It's not bad, but still, I still want to mention it. So that's the mids. And there's your treble. Okay, so and now maybe I can just pan you out. So that's all of them to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. So let's just, like I said, it's a really heavy distortion amp. I don't have any pedals or anything underneath it. So I hope that's kind of that's why I put the volume swell on it. I hope that's a good enough run through for you to kind of show you what the amp will do. Just to hear what it sounds like. Like I said, it just has that natural distortion sound, that heavy distortion sound. I can't say natural because I really think with the modifications that the person did to it with a master lead, it brings it out with the 6550 tubes. But you know, you be the judge. Hopefully that camera picked it up enough so that you can hear it. And so that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead and flip this off. I appreciate your time. Thank you.